All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and our apostles of Great Millstone taught us this truth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that's around the four corners of the globe. I'm the brother YAHAWAH from the GMS Chicago branch here in Chicago. Come back at you with another lesson. And Lord willing, I hope it be edifying. I'm gonna just basically, do a lesson off this video. Spiritual power will be needed. And it's definitely going to be needed. Based off Revelations 12 and 12, the enemy coming in like a great flood. Because if he have but a short time, you know. So spiritual power from YAHAWASHI Yahawashi, that standard from YAHAWASHI Yahawashi is going to be needed in the times that's to come. So I'm gonna play this clip. Yeah, and this is why spiritual power is going to be needed. And Salaki also, brothers, I'm a little bit under the weather, so you might hear a little bit of coughing here and there. Salakia. But yeah, this is why spiritual power, is going to be needed. That standard is going to be needed in the times that's to come. In the time of Jacob's trouble. Because we know that Esau Edom was blessed with the sword. All manner of technology. Esau Edom got super soldiers under his belt, ray guns, different things. You can imagine. And what do niggas have in the hood? What they call a Glock 9. You know. But I'm gonna just jump into some precepts, just like the scriptures, is quoted. Who can make war with the beast? Only YAHAWASHI Yahawashi, can take this devil out of power. It's nothing that we can do, to go up against these devils. That's why YAHAWASHI Yahawashi, ultimately need to you know, bring in a standard, give us that spiritual power in the times that's to come. So this is the book of Revelations 13 and 4. It says, they worship the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worship the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? Right? Nobody is able to make war with the beast. Who's able to make war with Esau Edom? A lot of these niggas, that's in the hood with these guns and different things like that, thinking they're going to do something against Esau's massed artillery, his technology that, YAHAWASHI Yahawashi has blessed them with, It's nothing that we can do against these devils. It's nothing that any of these nations can do against these devils. That's why we need to wait upon YAHAWASHI Yahawashi until he raises that standard. Give us that spiritual power, because it's nothing that we can physically do to this devil, on a carnal level until YAHAWASHI Yahawashi say so. So that's why we have to, that's why we have to wait upon the Lord, to raise that standard, that spiritual power, giving us the ability to fly, give us the ability, to do all these different, miraculous things. But let's continue. There's nothing that we can do against this devil until YAHAWASHI Yahawashi lift that standard up. So with that being said, it's the book of Isaiah 59 and 19. It says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord, YAHAWASHI Yahawashi from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, and that's what Esau Edom is getting ready to do, come in like a flood. You can read Revelations 12 and 12. That's a good scripture to go with this. It says, the spirit of the Lord, YAHAWASHI Yahawashi, shall lift up a standard against him. Right? The Lord is going to bless this man with spiritual power. The Lord is going to have his angels cover his men, his hopeful elect. Lord willing to be a part of that number. That's what we're looking for, that standard. So we can crush Esau Edom, because it's nothing that we can do on a carnal level against Esau Edom. And like I said, a lot of these niggas, what they call a Glock 9, try to rage war against Esau Edom. But what is going to come to naught, because what? They don't have the Lord on their side. That's why they says, those that wait upon me, I shall renew their strength. That's in Isaiah the 40th chapter. So we ultimately have to wait on the Lord to lift that standard up for us, because divine intervention and spiritual power is going to be needed in those times. Just like the video, just like I showed you the video, Esau Edom has all, manner of type of tech, super soldiers, different things like that. But let's continue. This is the book of Isaiah 40 and 31. It says, "But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint." Right? That's talking about that spiritual power. Different Marvel comics or DC movies you watch, where you see characters like the Flash, Superman. Like I mentioned, the Flash. Shazam. Different characters like that. That has that superpower. They basically copied the scriptures and made these different characters. This was the spiritual power we're looking for. Running and not being weary. You shall walk and not faint. This is what we're looking for. This is ultimately what we're going to need, in those times that's to come. That's that standard which I read in Isaiah 59 and 19. The Lord is going to renew our strength. But we have to wait upon the Lord for us to receive these things. It's not going to be by our own hands. But let's continue. This is the book of Psalms 18 and 29. It says, "For by thee I have run through a troop, and by my power have I leaped over a wall." And this is this is King David. It says, "As for Yahawah, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord is tried. He is a buckler to all those that trust in him. For who is God save the Lord? Or who is a rock saved our power? It is Salakia. It is Yahawah that girdeth me with strength and maketh my way perfect." It says, "He maketh my feet like hens' feet, and setteth me upon my high places. He teaches my hands to war, so that a bow of steel is broken by my arms." Right? Even King David had spiritual power. Mighty King David had spiritual power. He was sleeping over a wall. He blocked as it says in 34. He said he blocked so that a bow of steel is broken by my arms. Right? The Lord. The Lord's mighty man. Salakia. The Lord's mighty man. Has spiritual power. We're gonna have spiritual power just like our forefathers of old. As the scripture says, nothing new under the sun. How the Lord protected our forefathers back then. Blessed them with spiritual power. The Lord is going to bless us with spiritual power. All we have to do is just wait upon YAHAWASHI. Even Samson. With the bone of an ass. I believe it was a jawbone of an ass, if I'm not mistaken. Putting those Philistines to death. This is the book of Leviticus 26 and 8. And once again, Brother Salaki, I'm a little bit under the weather trying to get through this lesson. But Lord willing, I hope it's, still be edifying. This is the book of Leviticus 26 and 8. It says, "And 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight, and your enemy shall fall before you by the sword." All right, this is what's coming. Like the scriptures say, how it's quoted, "Thou my battle axes and weapons of war." The Lord is going to use his elect to fuck up Esau Edom. It's nothing that we can do on our own right now until Yahawah shall lift up that standard. What I read back in Isaiah 59 and 19. So yeah, we're going to be chasing a lot of these devils down to flight, as it says in Leviticus 26 and 8. I'm going to read it again. It says, "And 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight, and your enemy shall fall before you by the sword." Right? And when the Lord ultimately raises up that standard, it's going to be nothing that these devils can do. So with that being said, I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to end off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakadash. The bonus to the elders and our apostles, the great millstone, taught us this truth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that's around the four corners of the globe. Lord willing, I hope this lesson was edifying. Until next time, YAHAWAH.